You're watching Soccer Night in Detroit.
Welcome. It's me, Hannah Crum, with two legends.
Okay, me, Steve.
And Mad Cat.
And Matt Cat.
This guy right here. Every time you score, he has to play this song for you every time, every single time.
David, he appears. I believe in Derek.
Let's go. All right. Well, we finally come to this point, a point where we didn't want to be after Saturday night, or on Saturday night. We didn't want to be at this point, but we are here, and we have to break it down, sadly. But
welcome to Wall Street Week end of season edition with Louis Roofgeiger. All right. Old school TV guy here.
I was going to say, Louis Roofgeiger. There's a name from the ages.
Yeah. He used to host Wall Street Week, and that's the first name that came up since we're going to be talking about the future.
I'm just trying to think of old business guys from the past in Detroit television. Jennifer Moore comes to mind.
Rob Maloney, Murray Feldman.
Shout out to Murray Feldman.
Yeah. And by the way, this is the financial thing. We're taking a cue out of Big G Energy, hosted by Neil Ruth, sometimes with Darren McCarty or unpopular people on Woodward Sports, because at the end of the season, we have to look at the financials. Is it affordable? We could keep him, not keep him, something like that. It's a little bit different. Detroit City FC eliminated that heartbreaking fashion after we lose in PKs on Saturday night.
Yeah, 4-3 against Pittsburgh the other night at Highmark Stadium. 120 minutes, no score between both squads, going to penalty kicks. Couple misses in the penalty shootout. Devin Amor-Mensah hitting the post, and Ryan Williams also hitting the crossbar in that one.
Yeah, that killed us. Those two penalty kicks that hit the goalpost. That killed us.
Only one save in the whole entire shootout, and that was made by Carlos Herrera.
You're right.
On the
Carlos Sandala.
Yeah, Carlos Herrera was out because of a hamstring injury. Saldana was the one that made the save, and he came up big throughout the night. And
considering we'll talk about this on Saturday, the semifinals, looking to be good, especially in the Western Conference, because I don't know, Tulsa won it late in the death of extra time in the second extra time, 1-0, and they're going to meet on the Team Meow Wolf, New Mexico United, on Saturday night. By the way, game time, East Conference Finals, Rhode Island versus Pittsburgh, 6:30. Western Conference Final, 8:30 p.m. in Tulsa, between Tulsa and New Mexico. Both games on the CBS Sports Network.
Are they on CBS Sports? I heard ESPN Plus last night. So.
Yeah, CBS Sports Network. I'm very correct about that.
Okay, all right. So
but now,
check your local listings as far as that goes. Do you think Pittsburgh could go in not scoring a goal?
I don't know. I'll tell you on Saturday.
All right. So yeah.
But now I have the sheets of paper. We have to go for the team one by one.
Really one by one. I mean, there was a few guys that we got to look at here, and then I'll probably go back to the Facebook page because Red put up something yesterday on the Facebook page. You and I are both aware of that, of what players you want to keep and all that stuff. Now we're doing this hypothetically.
Okay.
Because of the fact that right now we don't have a sporting director in place.
No.
We've been told that they're still in the works of it. They're still interviewing people. They haven't made an announcement just as of yet. We also still don't know the status of one Danny Dicchio. His contract ends at November 30th as well. So
but technically it ended on Saturday night. Since it's what the season.
So right now, there's a couple things in limbo here. So what we're acting on here is how we feel, how we see it if we were the sporting director and running things.
And we're not or GM sports in sports marketing or anything else. So we're just going by what if we were the sporting director?
Yeah. So this is totally, do with it what you will. We're sitting here, we're going to be sitting here figuring out who to keep, who to let go in this, because it's going to be hard to let go of some of these guys, but
It's a business.
It's
You
a
probably
business.
know in every other major sport, it's a business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's not like, you're running into this summer program, that only plays from like May till July or whatever it is. And then, hope, the guys come back next year. No, this is this is business.
You're right.
This is business at this point because, there's going to be, there's going to be a lot of hard truths we're going to be talking about in the next hour. So,
Very hard truths, let me tell you about it. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Now, we're focusing on the players who contract end technically on November 30th, but like I said, it ended. A lot of the players that are still under contract, we won't touch. Like Stephen Carroll, contract go to 26. He have a player option. Jane Wheat, Michael Bryant, Devin Mensa, Reese Williams, Marco Poloso,
Yeah, I'm surprised
Abel.
Pelosi was on there. I thought it was a 1 year deal myself.
Yeah. I'm just reading the list. Even Darren Smith will come back next year. You know what I mean? Those players are safe. We're talking about players who are now don't have a contract, may have a contract, may be resigned. Who knows? So
Yeah, exactly.
and one more day I have to mention, November 24th, 2 days after the USLC finals, all 23 remaining teams, not counting North Carolina, they're done, will release the full list. Players under contract, who's been released, who's been waived, who's going back to their club they got loaned to, everything. And who's going to retire. Who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's decipher it one by one. So I've got my transfer market open. I can quickly go to see where we're standing as far as that goes. Whether they're on loan.
I got a printout from Transfer Market. I printed from the library the other day.
Right. So.
And I put all the stats into it just for an observation.
Gotcha. So let's take a look at. First off, on my list, I got Dominic Gasso. He's been shall we say, re-upped a couple times, club option, whatnot. So,
and he still have a club option for the 2 years remaining on his contract.
Not used a hell of a lot.
No, he wasn't used. He was only used 9 times. He didn't score a goal or assist. He had 4 yellow cards during that time. He's been used sporadically during these last, could we say 2 years, literally, ever since his name was cemented in the Pittsburgh Miracle 2 years ago.
He was a favorite of Danny Dicchio's, or not Danny Dicchio, of Trevor James. He was a favorite of Trevor James. Hence why he ended up getting the getting the extension and being coming from the academy and getting his own contract.
Yeah.
Not so much with Danny Dicchio.
Oh, brother.
So we're gonna get about Danny Dicchio in a little while.
Okay.
How what our feelings are as far as that goes. As a sporting director right now, he's a young kid.
Yes, he's only 22.
22 years old. You look at the potential in there. You can't really say two-way contract since you signed him to a deal.
Yeah.
So he's not really. He went from being an academy contract into a full-fledged USL contract.
Mm-hmm. And he was transferred. And last year he was transferred to Huntsville City in the, I would presume, USL Pro or Division 2 or USL 2.
Huntsville City's in MLS Next Pro.
Yes, he went to Next Pro last season. He was he came back after that loan contract expired, and he hasn't been used much, literally, which is kind of disappointing. it's kind of disappointing. I love the kid, but
I mean, when is the time to cut bait?
I don't know whether now or when the new sporting director
I
comes
mean,
in. Who knows?
we're playing the part of sporting director right now.
Okay,
When is it time to cut bait? I
I
mean,
would
you
say
really haven't seen him out on the field as much. I think he's been in Danny. And we're going to talk about this throughout the program. Danny's doghouse,
okay, all right.
and he hasn't seen much play out on the field. Now, obviously, we're not privy to what's going on in the in the practices or whatnot. But from what it looks like, you have a lot of people that you're going to see a lot of people that Danny favored during the playoff run and the late stretches as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to see a lot of players, a few players that did not see time during the stretch run,
Yeah, yeah. If
which
I
could
would,
have been key factors.
yeah, right. Yeah, I would
So
say I think he's a goner because if he's not getting a lot of playing time, you know what I mean? Let him set up, find a new team, maybe in the League Two or League One, or possibly another team. But this is his hometown. But honestly, there's no hometown discount. And if you want to play, I think you would have to
I mean, you
support your
could
other
sign him. I
option.
don't know if he wants to stay here. You could
Yeah,
probably do that, but
yeah,
I wouldn't extend him. If there was,
no.
if there's the option to extend him, I wouldn't extend him.
Yeah, I agree with you too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'd.
If you want to play, let's find a new team. Maybe who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
I would say he would be a release.
Yeah. All right. Next on the list is Alex Villanueva.
Yeah,
Uh, he's been here a couple years. I don't think
yeah.
he has. I'm just trying to see if we got an option going as far as that go. Um, Former
Out.
USA under 17 left back, played pretty well this year. Played
34 caps in all competitions, scoring only 2 goals, 1 assist, only had 3 yellow cards.
yeah, and very integral as far as the um, very integral as far as that. Either the back, yeah, he can play either a midfield or a back line player. Very versatile. Uh, but yeah, he played mostly in as a left midfielder most of the year, and like I said, very versatile player. I would say. I mean, when you want to when you want to go back defensively, defend the net and whatnot, he's pretty good at that. But when you're moving the ball up the pitch, he's very good at that as well. So
Mhm.
I mean, I'm trying to look at where he's at as far as that goes. As far as if it's just if we have an option or not, I'm not sure we do.
Mhm.
However, yeah, because he came in on a free transfer from Orange County SC,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just trying to think here. Let's see here. Uh, yeah, transfer details. Let's see. All right, so yeah, he came in on a free transfer, but I think I don't know if there was an option for him. I believe there was. I want to say there was.
Mhm.
I want to say there was. I didn't go back as far as the podcast go. Who's available as far as a free option for this. I think he was 2 year. He might have been 2 years straight. I'm not sure, but I put a flyer on him.
I would do so if the price is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's important in the midfield section. You know what I mean? Like it's said, go
Well,
off the ball. He
value
played.
right transfer market value has him at 250K.
Yes, and remember this
In
is
that
in euro.
in British pound.
Yes, it's in euros, but if you translate it to the U.S. market, it's about 200,000 U.S. maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but would he be worth the price?
I'd say he'd be worth the price personally
Hmm.
because I think he's a hard worker out there. I mean, he'll get you a couple goals here and there.
Mhm.
And like I said, good defender, good. The thing is we're lacking right now is midfield presence, and we'll go. We'll talk more about that as we're going along. But very much a hard worker out there. I'd take a flyer on him and have him come back.
I kind of agree with you there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely would take a flyer for him having to come back.
Okay.
All right, next up on the list, Haruki Yamazaki, the young kid.
Yes, who was signed. He is the only player that we have signed from a defunct team. He came from Northern Colorado Hailstorm from League One when that team, well, technically floated in the USL One. Now they're playing in that other league. You know what I mean?
Playing in Nisa.
Yeah, you're right. He had 30 capped this year. Capped, by the way, mean games as well. 2 assists, 4 yellow cards. A great speedster in the midfield, literally trying to advance the ball. Prove his work during the season, and also in the Jägermeister Cup as well. That's where he was known
He
for.
saw a lot of playing time late in the year.
Yeah, tons
A
of playing
lot of
time.
playing time late in the year.
Hmm.
So I like the kid. I really do.
Me too.
I absolutely
And he's
like the
only
kid.
24. He's only 24.
Club has a 1 year option on him as well.
Okay.
I think we exercise it on him. I really do because
Player option. Okay.
great. I mean, grant you the actually that's a club option to be honest.
Club option. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a player option. But
Right.
looking at what he's done through, I mean, he may not score. He may not score, but you know what? His speed, his feistiness. He was a little. He frustrated a couple Pittsburgh players the other night.
I know. Hmm.
So uh, I like his tenacity. I really do. And I mean, uh, Danny put him in the lineup for a certain reason, and he works hard. You see it every time he's out on that pitch. He's speeding up and down, and he. I wouldn't say he's a ball hog or anything like that, or a ball hawk or whatever it is, but he'll defend. He'll defend to the best of his ability when
Hmm.
needed. So I mean, not bad. For a left back, he's pretty good at it. Let's just put it that way.
Let's say that they're right. He showed his work during the last Jägermeister Cup when he played for Northern Colorado. He proved his work near the end of the season.
Mhm.
So I would say I agree with you. The club, you gotta pick him up. You gotta pick
Yep,
him up.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right.
Um, gonna skip loan players here until
Okay.
the end, okay?
All
Because
right.
that's the next I have on my list here.
Yeah, I should have
So,
worn a T-shirt. I should have worn a suit and tie T-shirt instead of a Slater Kinney T-shirt. I'm feeling
well,
like one of those
I'm
dapper.
wearing my NWO NGS shirt. So,
I'm feeling like one of those dapper financial guys said, "Okay, well, we'll see." Oh, yeah,
yeah,
okay, it'll work
yeah,
it maybe.
we're
Okay,
about as casual as you can get here.
I know
Um,
who's next on the list, by the way. So,
Matt Sheldon,
yes,
I think he's done personally, and from what I've been hearing, I'm thinking he's ready to hang the boots up.
yeah, Matt Shelton, who I have loved since we picked him up from Hartford. Matt Shelton. I just want to say one thing. He knows the game of soccer. He have a popular YouTube channel, Becoming Elite. The first video I saw was his adventures from going from Hartford, Connecticut, where he was playing with Hartford Athletic. He was moving into his new house in Hartford. And then he got said, we're going to transfer to Detroit. And it's a really good story. I love his YouTube. Not only he's a tremendous player, he had played all over the USL system and all that. He's 33, and sometimes when he's not playing, he's either a drill teacher or teaching other players to improve their skills and all that. And during the Detroit City FC women's game, he also come on the mic and he good. He knows that's the reason why I have nicknamed him the soccer professor. but
Yeah.
at 33. Remember, this the one he signed last year was a
33
1-year
is
deal.
not a young age in the sport.
No. He had 21 caps. He scored 3 goals. All of them are at the Jägermeister Cup, including the 2 goals he scored during the game against Hartford. 2 assists. He had 3 yellow cards. But do we have anything left in the tank? I think yes, but would have been. But if and he's been captain for the Detroit Metro, or he's wearing 2 kids with his wife. If you've seen becoming a lead, so I would see a really great career, like either a coach or just like he did, a broadcaster, color
or
commentator.
even settle down, back at home. They're thinking about from what I hear, rumors. This is what I'm hearing. He might
Okay,
be wanting to go back closer to his family and whatnot. So
in the
being
East
in the
Coast, right? In the East Coast, right?
West Coast, West Coast.
West Coast. Oh yes, he's from California, right?
So I mean, something. Like I said, nice guy and all that stuff. But like I said, he's probably gonna end up being, probably end up gonna hang the boots up, shall we say,
I know.
for the most part.
Great player, and he's been everywhere. So if this is the end, we wish him well. Literally.
Absolutely.
I know.
So, all right, going into the let's see here. God, we were looking at defenders and goaltenders and all that stuff for the first part. Let's go into the midfield proper here. First on the list, Kobe Hernandez Foster.
Yes, he was at the beginning of the year. He was a member of the Birmingham Legion. Then they decided to transfer his right to Las Vegas Lights, and then they said, "Well, I don't know what you have to. How about going to Detroit?" No, not Detroit.
No,
Sorry,
he
the
he
line
ended up he ended up getting transferred here to Detroit. Detroit ended up picking up his they picked up his contract and all that. Currently,
Yeah,
he's got an option for next year.
yeah, and he's a great player. He showed his work helping out in the midfielder, being off balls either to Darren Smith or one of our forwards. He's a great midfielder. He impressed us. He had 14 gaps. He had a goal, 2 assists. I would say pick up the option. Club pick up his
Absolutely.
option.
But the thing is here, and we saw
But
this at the end of the year.
yes,
This was another one. Was he another doghouse player?
I don't know.
Because we didn't see him in the start. We could have used him Saturday night. We
You're
could have
right.
used him the week before.
Yeah, so remember, he was benched for the last 2 games of the playoffs
And I
we
think
had.
he was a sub, and I think he was placed in as a sub against Tampa Bay too. In the
Yeah,
game
you're
we
right.
needed
Yeah,
in the game we needed to make the playoffs.
I know.
So I don't know what happened between him and Coach Danny Dicchio there, but
That's a good question. Yeah,
where he's not getting the starting time or whatever it is. But I felt that if we had him in there in the starting lineup, possibly in these 3 games, there's a possibility, the trajectory of the playoff would have went a little bit different.
hmm
But we could have. I mean, grant you, yeah, we came away with the victory in Lou City.
yes,
Well,
the unexpected
I
upside
think that if we had him in there for against Pittsburgh, things would have been a little bit different.
could have been, would have, could have, should have.
But I mean, great player. I mean, you noticed a little bit of a difference when he came. When he came here to Detroit, the offense seemed to gel more and to attack more. And I mean, if it were up to me or up to us, I mean, how would you feel as far as that goes?
I would have told, and this is acting at GM. I would say, hey, Dico, he's a great player. Should not be on the bench. He should.
Well, you
Show
gotta realize though here, this is the
sorry.
type of stuff that went down when Trevor James ended up leaving.
I know.
I think there's been a lot of. I mean, I'm only speculating here, but it might be true. there's probably a lot of difference in opinion between both of those guys. It's like, hey, I like this kid. It's like, well, I don't, so I'm going to bench this guy. There might have been a lot of differences of opinion there.
Oh my.
So
Oh freaking my.
yeah, exactly. So
Oh freaking
I
my.
mean, if
I
I
don't want to
was,
get.
I
I
mean,
don't
like
want
I
to get
said,
into.
we're just playing sporting directors here.
Yeah.
In your right mind, what would
I
you
don't
think?
want to get in a cultural difference with Coach DQ for God's sake. I would handle it.
Yeah.
A gentleman. You know what I mean?
Hypothetically, as a sporting director, would you keep him or not?
Hypothetically, yes.
I'm the same way.
I know.
Guy's great. I
Yeah.
mean, that was probably one of the better pickups of the year. Now, I don't know who made the deal because obviously, with no sporting director, we could have made the deal. But who knows what would happen. I really like that. I really like him I really like him out there, and like I said, very you know you know he's probably one of the better midfielders that we have, to be
Uh-huh.
honest.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
I
I can
definitely
agree. Okay.
I would definitely keep him there. Next on the list would be BL Obed. He's on an academy contract, so um, basically we're just letting him go play with DCSC two next year, right?
Yeah, I agree with Jim. He only appeared in 4 caps. I think all of them were subs. Didn't do much, but hey,
He's learning the process of being a pro, and he
yeah,
played well. He played well with the academy team last year. I'm sure we're going to see him. I mean, he's basically a two-way player. So
yeah. He was on the team that went to the round of 32.
yep, in the UPSL playoffs. Now we're not sure what's going to go on as far as that goes next year. If it's going to be a USL Academy, or if they're going to stick with UPSL, we'll find that. We'll find that down the road. But as of right now, like I said, I mean, he's an academy player, so we can't really make a huge judgment on him as far as that
Yeah.
goes. The next one, though, Jay Chapman.
Oh yeah, the Canadian international. 32 games last year. Scored a goal. Was the leading sixth guy with 6 assists, and he had 6 yellow cards. Jake Chapman, he's 31. Hmm. I
Now,
don't know.
and we're gonna go further into it too
Okay.
when I mean, with our next one.
Okay.
Uh Not a lot of hype for the Chapman and Ryan Williams combination in the midfield.
Ryan
Not a lot
Williams,
of love.
the other player, the English national 30 cap this year, that wasn't a factor on the scoring sheet this year.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Ryan Williams, was he better with Jay Chapman or was he better with Kobe?
Kobe, I would say Kobe.
Because I really like Ryan Williams. I really do. Well, I mean,
He hustled.
we're kind of making this a combo meal, though. Jay
Yeah.
Chapman, yeah. I mean, how many assists did he had? You said.
He had 6 assists, leading the team in assists.
I mean, good enough there. But I mean, if you were to bench Ryan Williams and have Kobe Hernandez Foster working with Ryan Williams, or not
Mhm.
with Jay Chapman,
Mhm.
would that be a better combination in the middle?
I would say so.
See, Kobe provides that. That's the thing. But that's the thing there. If it were up to me, and God, now age is going to be a factor too, because I really like Ryan Williams as well.
Yes, Ryan Williams is 34. I don't know how much left in the tank. Jake Chapman's 31. He could still play. So,
If it were up to me, because I want to do everything for Kobe. I really do.
mhm,
I really want to do everything for Kobe.
mhm.
I mean, if I were to keep one of them, I were to keep Ryan Williams, to be honest.
Okay.
But I mean, age being a factor here, 34 years old. I'm gonna make the hard decision. I'm gonna go with Chapman. I'm gonna pick Chapman.
I would say so, Chapman, if he had enough defensive wise. You know what I mean? Not to pick on Ryan Williams, he's a good kid,
Great guy, great
but
guy. I like
yeah,
Ryan
you're
Williams. I really do. I
right.
really
Yeah, you're
do.
right. Yeah,
You
this
know,
is
I
the
really do. I mean, like I said, these are the tough decisions you have to make, and you know what? Age being a factor and whatnot, I mean, keep picking up the option. I mean, a lot of people are going to say no, but you need somebody back there. You know what? Screw it. I think we got an option. I think we had a one and an option on him. Ryan Williams was straight two.
uh-huh.
I wouldn't be surprised if both are gone.
Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if both are gone, to be honest.
Okay. All right.
So,
We'll see.
yeah,
We'll
we
see.
shall see. Jasil Cedeno.
Yes, 37 games played, 5 goals, third on scoring this season, 2 assists, 4 yellow cards. Tadeo is 25, still a young kid, but he could prove his worth if we resign him, maybe. I don't know if he have a club option this year.
I'm not
Maybe.
sure. I think he might, but I'm not sure on that. I don't think we
Yeah,
do. I don't think he does or not. But
yeah. I would
I
say
make my best efforts to try to keep this kid.
yeah, I would say he's a keeper. Try to make his best option. He's not making much like let's say oh shoot. Now his name oh shoot. Who's that? Maxi Reyes money over in Rhode Island, but
Yeah,
dude, he got a lot to prove. I would resign him.
I would try to
Yes.
make your best effort to get him for sure.
I know.
And then we finally come to the saga known as Connor Rutz.
Yes.
Out for the rest of the year. He was out for the rest of the year with plantar fasciitis issues. Um,
Foot issues. I know.
yeah. So Connor has been a mainstay here.
Yeah, it's the NPSL days and the UNITA days, and this one, his bicycle kicks are well famous either in the sun or the snow recently.
Well, I wouldn't say the snow. I would say night and day. 'Cause
I know.
I think he had like two bicycle kicks within a couple weeks of each other. One of them made Sports Center.
Yeah, it's the top 10 thing. This year he had 22 caps, 2 goals, 2 assists, 3 yellow cards. He's a local native. He's from Clinton Township.
Commerce
But
Township.
when he's not playing, he's operating one of the DCFC local club, which is Huron Valley, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Um,
he's mostly
I
tied to
mean,
this.
I mean, it's really. I mean, this is one of those that's really up to him type of deals. I think. Um, I'm keeping him. I want to keep him under the umbrella.
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely keep him. I mean, I would, it's really up to him. I mean, he doesn't have really a player option. I make an offer to him, but like I said, keeping him as far as he's thinking, the future as far as the, like I said, being a part of DCFC Huron Valley, and helping run that program as well. You're looking at that. You're looking at the future here. Guy's 28 years old. I don't know how much he's gonna. I don't know. I don't know how much he's got on those wheels left.
I know.
So I mean, and plantar fasciitis, it's a pain. It really is.
Oh, what do you mean by for anybody? Since we don't have medical degrees, what is panther? What is it? Panther.
It's a foot injury. So
Uh,
and especially when you're playing soccer and all that stuff, a lot of it has to do with your placement of the footing and all that stuff.
yeah.
If you're not able to move and in pain, if you're in pain, you're not able to function out on the pitch. So
I know.
my thing,
It's a lot different when you're injured on a foot. So, and he's only 28. He's not the retirement age yet, literally. But
yeah. I keep him around basically. Like I said, I mean, he's already part of the youth program. He's one of the directors of that youth program over at DCSC Huron Valley. So I mean, I'd keep him around, just for that. I really
yeah,
do.
just
I
for that,
really would.
I know.
But
All
if he's able to come back, he's able to come back.
If he's not, he's teaching the new generation, like we always say. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. So, all right, done with the midfield. Now we go to the front,
Yes, the forwards.
the forwards. All right,
And
so
they're the only ones.
two of them are okay. Two of them are loans. We're gonna go through the loanees in a little bit.
Okay.
So, Sebastian Guanzatti, 34 years old. One of the top.
Been around the league for a long time, mostly with Tampa Bay.
One of the top 10 goal scorers in USL history.
Saw
a lot of playing time.
23 caps.
Month.
23 caps, a goal, and an assist.
Yeah. Saw a lot of playing time in the last month. How many goals this year?
1 goal, 1 assist. And by the way, he wasn't starting much. He was called from the bench if needed.
Yeah. I think it's a 1 year and a 1 year option. Is it worth keeping him around? It has his best years.
Yeah, like
been in the past.
The best years
gone by.
Yeah, I think the best years are behind him in Tampa Bay. Like he said, he's only 34. If we pick him up on option, good. But I don't know if he would be
in the 11 too.
Yeah, in the 11, you're right about that. He played 1 year before coming to DCFC this year. So
I was just saying, it's his best years behind him.
50 on Guzzati, you know what I mean? If he wanted to explore his option elsewhere, he would be happy. But yeah, so.
And I think I wouldn't say another doghouse player, but grant you, with Darren, sometimes he would start instead of Darren Smith, but half those times is because he might be suffering a little bit of an injury, or go with the doghouse thing again.
Yeah, the doghouse, though, brother.
But yeah, and I thought he could have been a better, with Ben Morris being out, I thought he could have been a lot better in filling that role personally.
I know.
I would rather have seen that happen. And he saw a lot of Morris and Guanzatti in the lineup too in a few situations as well. So, having Guanzatti being your best option over your leading scorer used to be a good thing. Not so much this year.
I know. Yeah, we'll see what happened. But I think I will say Guzzati is 50-50 if you want to play here again. But if you want to put it up, and like I said, he's 34. He's reaching almost retirement age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen what I need to see.
I know. Okay.
As far as that goes. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So we got 3 loanees we got to take a look at here.
Okay.
All here with contracts. Let's see.
To other club.
Okay.
To other club.
Now, yeah, for their club. First off, Jordan Adebayo Smith, I think his contract ends. He's on loan with us, but he's with Minnesota United.
Yeah.
34 years old. I think he's
24. He's 24 according to.
Oh, he is 24. My bad.
Sorry.
We didn't see a hell of a lot of action this year from him.
What?
We didn't see a hell of a lot of action this year from him.
Yeah, you're right. 21 cap, 2 assists, most of it, mostly were subs only. So, I think he's going back to Minnesota.
I'm thinking, he'll be done with, center forward. Let's see, it'll be end of loan. So
remember
I'm just trying to think of his contract with Minnesota here.
Let me mention for those folks at home, when we loan players, it's for the entire season, not for 2 months, not for 1 week, not for a month or 3 months.
Yeah,
it's the entire
sometimes
season.
You have 2-way loans and all that stuff. Like with Damian Lodge, there was a thing with that over at between him and FC Austin and Loose City.
I see. And then after the loan is up, they go back to their respective clubs.
Absolutely.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So I mean, I'm just trying to think when his contract is actually ends with Minnesota United. I mean, if his contract ends with
He's a free agent.
yeah, he'd be a free agent. So I mean, we'd get him on a free transfer.
Uh-huh.
Um, worth about 175K English in
Pound
pound.
or
So
euro dollars.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it is euro dollars. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. So I don't know what the.
yeah.
I
I
really
think
didn't see a hell of a lot from him this year, to be honest.
okay. All right.
I really didn't. I mean, the guy, uh, his transfer value, like I said, okay, um, so let's see here. Um, he was in the starting 11 10% of the time, 19% in minutes, and only 3% goal participation. Um, 20%, 7% of the minutes in the playoffs. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
start in the Open Cup. Didn't start in the Jägermeister Cup. What did we get him for?
I don't know.
And
I
he
don't know.
really hadn't impressed me at all out there. It really didn't.
No. So he would be a free agent.
Yeah,
I,
I wouldn't.
yeah,
I wouldn't even
pretty much.
think about that. I wouldn't even think about that. So Isaiah LaFleur, you've seen him a lot this year,
Yes, I sail the
and I think
floor,
he's done with. I think his contract ends with the Union at the end of the year.
and he would be a free agent. Well, he only played 11 games, scored a goal. He had 3 yellows with DCFC.
Yeah, defensive. Defensive right back, young, 22 years old. I mean, Philadelphia. I mean, there was no room on that squad that won the Players Shield for
Mhm.
MLS, so he ended up being in on the two team, and then we ended up getting him on loan, and you know for the money, that's good. It's
Yeah.
good money. I mean, he made
Hmm.
9 appearances with Detroit City, starting 44% of the time. Only
Hmm.
showed 2 yellow cards. Got the one goal already, as you know.
Yeah.
Um, back in MLS, he didn't really play in MLS. Next pro, he was in the starting 11. Got one goal, made 20 appearances, one goal, 3 assists.
Hmm.
Only got sent off once for a second yellow.
Uh-huh. Two
Oh,
yellows equal red.
what?
Mhm. Two yellows equal red, in
Yep,
soccer.
yep. Or as they say, yeah, 2 lemons equal a raspberry. I
I
say
should use
raspberry,
that
not
more.
strawberry, because raspberry is like.
I should use that term more.
Well, somebody in England called it two lemons make a strawberry. I would say 2 lemons make a raspberry. Same color, same color. You know, raspberry, and of course we all know what a raspberry is here in the United States. So I like the raspberry term better.
Okay.
But you know what? If I had a hunch, and I would like to keep him. I really do,
Mhm.
based on it, based on his effort out there. I would love to keep, or I would love to put a flyer for him. Actually, I think his contract ends with um, Union Two this year. So, and I think he'd see more. He definitely would see some playing time here in Detroit.
I know. We'll see what happens. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? If he's committed, we will welcome him in.
Yeah, and then let's see. So, and then the last one that is on loan, Ates Juf
Yes,
from Lexington.
you're right. That is going to be a tricky situation because he was on loan with Lexington and he made it count here in Detroit. Second on the team goalie with 7 goals, 2 yellow cards, played most of the game, 28 games. I don't know what his contract run through with
This year.
this year.
Yep.
If he's a free agent, sign him.
Yep. In the Senegal, let's say a TR Euro. 22 appearances this year for him, 6 goals. Half the time, almost half the time he's in the starting 11. He's played half the minutes. Obviously starting in both playoff games. Half, the 2 U.S. Open Cup games. He was in 75% of the other of the Jägermeister Cup games. 1 goal in that competition as well. So 7 total goals on the year for Ates Juve. And great compliment to Darren Smith.
Yes. Tell me about it.
An absolute great compliment to Darren Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, at all costs, make him an offer. And him and Lejeune get along nice. So, I mean, he has some familiarity there. They're, the fellow countrymen. So, I mean, and like I said, the way he plays out on the field, one of the better players out there. If I were, like I said, I'd make the strong case for him. Strong case.
I would make the strong case for him too. He's that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would, and of course that's the thing with Detroit City. We have a problem, getting the ball upfield. You get him enough touches on that ball, he's going to find the back of the net. In fact, I wouldn't have pulled him Saturday night, or Darren Smith for that matter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have pulled either one of them.
I see.
I would have had them in my, 5 going into the shootout.
I understand.
I mean, having Ryan Williams, hit the crossbar, and Devin Amu-Mensah ended up hitting the post himself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have your firepower out there, in my opinion.
I agree,
especially in a playoff situation.
I agree.
So
yeah. One more player we skipped, and we didn't focus on goaltending because this year was a timeshare between Carl Tandera, who's our number 1 star, and Carl Herrera. We forgot to mention the third player goalie on the team, Tarek Makuba. Yeah, he didn't start this year. Do you think he's good for somebody else?
I mean, we pretty much gave him an olive branch to come here when you think about it, because obviously he wants to play.
Yes.
And he did end up playing in the friendly against Santos Laguna.
I see.
He did end up playing in that friendly. And we offered basically an olive branch to him to come here. And
yeah, because his previous team division star is folded.
Folded, what they're hosting a Mickey Mouse Cup in Romeo.
Yeah,
without even participating in it.
Yeah, that was
playing time. Do need some playing.
That was some playing time. We're not going to talk about that.
With the club and all.
That was a few weeks ago. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Do need some playing time, being with the club, and and like I said, we didn't see a lot out there. He was always out there during warm-ups, warming up with the team and all that stuff, trying to get some reps in, which is good.
It's very good, yeah.
And he was, thanks to Herrera's hamstring injury, the backup goalkeeper in the last 2 games, for Carlos Saldana.
Yeah, during the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And he served the role when he came here, when he officially signed here.
Yeah.
He was the backup goalkeeper in the 2-0 loss to Lou City.
I see.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's on a 1-year deal. I don't know if we even had an option for him or not.
I don't think so. I think it was a 1-year deal.
Yeah. I mean, there's really not much of a record to go off for him.
Yeah,
So,
that's the sad thing. He just trying to get his rep in, hoping to get seen by somebody else, probably in League One or another USL club. Who knows? So
so we pretty
he's a
much.
great goaltender. He's a great goaltender. I'll say this
Oh,
right now.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
You know, really would have loved to see more of his work. You know, obviously I couldn't because I was down in Toledo the day of the friendly.
I know.
So I would have
I
loved to.
was here manning the fort here, so
Yeah.
I know.
So I would have loved to see him more, but
And you
I
get to,
mean,
and you got to interview Hannah Crumbs. That would be a great trade off.
absolutely for sure. I mean, let's see, watch the friendly or watch a pivotal match that decided playoff fate and get the interview with Hannah Crown.
I know.
Yeah. But all
Now
right,
let's get
here we
now
go.
let's get to the serious part now, and we teased it at the top. And now we went for all the players that were our contract order day. We re-signed, let go, everything. Let's talk about the coaching situation. Danny Diggio, his contract run out at the end of November, technically the end of the season, which would happen on Saturday. Do you think he's still good for another season or no?
Based on what I've been hearing, and there's a lot of other coaching opportunities out there right now.
I know.
Colorado Springs just let go of their coach and sporting director over there.
Mm-hmm. El Paso let go their coach.
El Paso, Wilmer Cabrera is out as coach. There's opportunities out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Detroit, there has been, let's just say, mentionings of not so good relations in the locker room or
Oh
on
my.
or in the training ground. That's why
Yeah.
you see. That's why I mentioned there was a couple players that may have been in his doghouse. One of them being Kobe Hernandez Foster, which was
I
a
know.
great pickup that we made in the
Mm-hmm.
midseason. A great helpful pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And to see him being benched for the last 2 or 3 games, I didn't think was good.
No.
I really didn't think it was handled well.
Mm-hmm.
You go into a playoff situation. You go into a situation with Lou City. You're playing a 1-8. You want to have your best players out on the field. I think so. I'd rather have
Yeah.
your best players out on the field.
Yeah.
And he
I agree.
and I'm sorry. I think he's a better player than I think he's better than having either Jay Chapman or Ryan Williams out there. I really do.
I know.
I mean, he makes one or the other better.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's able to facilitate the ball where an Ates Juve or Darren Smith could get a goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he handled that situation at all that well. I really didn't. I really didn't think he handled that situation well. And there might have been a couple other players that he might have had issues with, but you know what? It's all about team chemistry.
I see.
It really boils down to that.
Mm-hmm.
To offer him a contract for the next, maybe a couple years to
Mm-hmm.
extend him. I mean, grant you, okay, 2 out of the last 3 years you've won in the playoffs in the first
Mm-hmm.
round,
You're right.
but you lose on penalty kicks both the times you were out.
Yeah.
Um,
The tiny penalty kick. We lost to Tampa Bay 3-1 last year at home. We lost to Heartbreaker 5-4 just days ago.
yeah, and plain and simple, you regressed from last year.
I know.
You plain and simply regressed from last year. A team that finished third in the conference got a home playoff match and you simply just regressed from last year.
I know.
So,
And then you had a worse mid-season slump because last year we had a slump, but it wasn't that big. We had about a 4-month slump this year, and we're
yeah,
trying to hang on. That's the reason
exactly.
why. And that's the reason why.
And the misuse of probably your best midfield option since Maxi Rodriguez.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I totally did not agree with that.
I know.
I really didn't. I don't know if he was injured or not, but then again, I'm hearing, stuff about rumors that he's, he was in the doghouse. So I'm
I
hearing that, but I would want to bring somebody in that could, gel this team together. And I don't think Danny. I wish him well. I would wish him well. And this is a performance business, as you know.
Yeah, I know. It's similar with the NFL. You win, you be everybody love you. If you don't,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing.
I know Quirk. I've known Danny for the last 2 years covering this club. He's a nice guy,
He is.
but
He
yeah.
is.
But
What
coaching
happens
wise,
behind the scenes, we're not privy to, obviously.
I know. But coaching wise, he's a great coach. But sometimes you have to manage the player. Then there's an old adage: if you lose the locker room, you lose the club. Period.
Great point indeed. Great point
Yeah.
indeed. And you
And
got to have
remember,
somebody that
in
you get.
football, just like in soccer, you're hired to be fired.
Yep. And and we've seen it in USL this year and the last couple years. USL might as well stand for NFL, not for on, because we've seen coaches, we've seen the carousel go round and round and round and round and round all season long.
You're right. You mentioned Colorado Springs. They had to go to their coach 1 year removed since winning the whole thing.
Exactly, and that's finishing in 8th place and losing out to FC Tulsa in the first round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So, yeah, it's a tough business. It really is. It really
I know,
is.
and we try to make our best assessment: who would stay, who go, who get resigned. It's not easy. I'll say it again, but like I said one more time, it's a business,
Yeah.
And somebody mentioned, when we were celebrating the Pistons, was it first or second title? Rick Mahorn was left unproductive in the expansion draft, and you know how the reaction happened here.
Yeah,
and he's still working in Detroit with broadcasting and all that. He's still beloved, but when a business is business,
yep, business is business, definitely. So.
No matter how
my feeling on Dikio, my feeling is I think he's done. What's your feeling? I know you said 50-50 the other night.
I said 50-50 tonight, but like I said, if you lost the clubhouse, I don't see no path to staying next year. Maybe he's done. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he'd be wrong. Who knows?
Hopefully we'll get some answers as far as the sporting director real soon. Because we really need to. And then the other big answer, the other big question.
Yeah.
Will we have a collective bargaining agreement by then?
Yeah, it's a good story, as you probably know. And incidentally, I did my research on North Carolina FC and their available players, and looking at their contract, which we may or may not, depending on can we afford it like that. CBA, you're right, because the USL PA mentioned about all the teams that left for the last 6 years: Tulsa, Reno, Rio Grande Valley. Wait, Tulsa's still in. Excuse me. San Diego,
Memphis.
Rio Grande Valley, North Carolina, Reno, and our team. But yeah, that's interesting. After the whole CBA had been brought up
after what Steve Malik is doing over in down in Raleigh or in Cary.
Calling club before thinking you're going to get granted a USL Division I thing in anticipation of pro rel. So
yeah, absolutely ridiculous there. I think
It
that's
is.
just another. I think it's just another. I think it's another bargaining chip that the
Uh,
players have right now, and I hope they get something settled. I hope the players get what they deserve, which is more stability, more health care, better health care, better
because,
payment. I mean, I'm sorry,
because,
you can't go. Okay, here's 2 months' pay, and then here's your pink slip.
brother.
You got to have some security.
Yeah, security for the team that a team decided
Players,
to give up full before the beginning of the season, after the season, or something. You have to protect your players, for God's sake. They don't have a
absolutely.
job. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? I know a lot of players who was on San Diego got work elsewhere. Coco Vegas, he's in his second straight Eastern Conference Finals with Rhode Island FC. Look at all the other players. They found jobs, or and some players will have trouble finding a job afterwards. So
Absolutely.
yeah, you're
So,
right. I hope they negotiate that for what the hell happened. Let's say if that club folds, where do I go?
exactly. But, like I said, we hope that gets worked out, though. But I think we hashed out what we could as far as Detroit City goes.
I know.
We'll see what happens, though. Owners meeting on the 19th, as you know. We'll find out more. Try to find out more as much as we can. Hopefully
Okay. And
hopefully
don't
we'll
forget
get
the big.
more better news on a sporting director or whatnot. But the time is now.
By the way, the big day is November 24th, where the remaining teams, the 23 teams except for North Carolina, which we just mentioned, just folded, will release who stays, who goes, who's released, who's retired. You know what I mean?
Yep,
It's going to
absolutely.
be interesting.
It's gonna be a busy winter.
I know.
we wanted to take time off.
Yeah. Well, I could do a short form update who got resigned on the Soccer Night page, so I could do it from my own home. So
There you
I
go.
know you've done updates yourself from
Absolutely, I have.
your homework.
So,
So we're gonna burn the midnight oil, not to bombard you with an hour-long edition. We'll do a short 3-minute edition. So hey,
true. All right, so Saturday, join us for some Eastern Conference Final preview. We got
and what's your
or
conference
Eastern and
final?
Western Conference Final previews.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Detroit City is not in it, but hey, this is it. The last step for the grand finals on Saturday.
Rhode Island takes on Pittsburgh at Highmark. FC Tulsa, New Mexico United at One Oak Field. So look
It's going to be
for.
fun trying to prep for this whole soccer work. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is. It's gonna be fun. It's
I
gonna
know.
be a fun weekend. Gonna be an interesting weekend. Let's just say that. So
And thank you very much for watching Wall Street Week and the season edition. Louis Ray Craig wasn't available. You got it.
For my financial partner Steve, this is Bad Cat, and we'll see you on
Thank you
Saturday.
very much for watching. And now I'm gonna have to go back to work and prep for the playoff preview. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
All right. We'll see you on Saturday, folks. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.